welcome to English Through Experience. So this is an extract video that you can use to prepare for your GCSE English Language or GCSE English Literature, dependent on which video you watch alongside the extract. It can be applied to a variety of exam boards as well. You can find the extract using the description box below. This is an extract from the Tenant of Wildfell Hall by Bronte, written in 1848. Well, resumed Rose, I was going to tell you an important piece of news I heard there. I have been bursting with it ever since. You know, it was reported a month ago that somebody was going to take Wildfell Hall, and what do you think? It has actually been inhabited above a week, and we never knew. Impossible, cried my mother. Preposterous, shrieked Fergus. It has indeed, and by a single lady. Good gracious, my dear, the place is in ruins. She has had 2 or 3 rooms made habitable, and there she lives all alone, except an old woman for a servant. Oh dear, that spoils it. I'd hope she was a witch, observed Fergus, while carving his inch-thick slice of bread and butter. Nonsense, Fergus. But isn't it strange, Mamma? Strange, I can hardly believe it. But you may believe it, for Jane Wilson has seen her. She went with her mother, who, of course, when she heard of a stranger being in the neighbourhood, would be on pins and needles till she had seen her and got all she could out of her. She is called Mrs. Graham, and she is in mourning. Not widow's weeds, but slightish mourning. And she is quite young, they say, not above 5 or 6 and 20, but so reserved. They tried all they could to find out who she was and where she came from and all about her, but Mrs. Wilson, with her pertinacious and impertinent home thrusts, nor Miss Wilson, with her skilful manoeuvring, could manage to elicit a single satisfactory answer, or even a casual remark or chance expression calculated to allay their curiosity, or throw the faintest ray of light upon her history, circumstances, or connections. Moreover, she was barely civil to them, and evidently better pleased to say goodbye than how do you do. But Eliza Millward says her father intends to call upon her soon and offer some pastoral advice, which he fears she needs. As though she is known to have entered the neighbourhood early last week, she did not make her appearance at church on Sunday, and she, Eliza that is, will beg to accompany him, and is sure she can succeed in wheedling something out of her. You know Gilbert, she can do anything, and we should call some time, Mamma. It's only proper, you know. Of course, my dear. Poor thing, how lonely she must feel. And pray be quick about it, and mind you bring me word how much sugar she puts in her tea, and what sort of caps and aprons she wears, and all about it. For I don't know how I can live till I know, said Fergus very gravely. But if he intended the speech to be hailed as a master stroke of wit, he signally failed, for nobody laughed. However, he was not much disconcerted at that, for when he had taken a mouthful of bread and butter and was about to swallow a gulp of tea, the humour of the thing burst upon him with such irresistible force that he was obliged to jump up from the table and rush snorting and choking from the room, and a minute after was heard screaming in fearful agony in the garden. As for me, I was hungry and contented myself with silently demolishing the tea, ham and toast, while my mother and sister went on talking and continued to discuss the apparent or non-apparent circumstances and probable or improbable history of the mysterious lady. But I must confess that after my brother's misadventure, I once or twice raised the cup to my lips and put it down again without daring to taste the contents, lest I should injure my dignity by a similar explosion.